Welcome. Well, if you're watching this video, then you've hired us for a divorce or for a custody matter. And we're sorry that you need a lawyer, but we're going to get you through this and we're going to make it as smooth and painless as we can. What we want to do with this video is give you an explanation of our approach, the way that we do things and why that we do it, and some of the terms that you're going to hear thrown out during the case. So you're going to hear us talk about settlement a lot. And so our approach is we're going to try to work out an agreement with the other side, and we're going to try to get the main issues resolved where you and the other side will reach a settlement agreement, and then that will be the order of the court. So the reason that we want that, first off, it's a heck of a lot cheaper. And believe it or not, we're actually trying to get as low of attorney's fees as we can. And the sooner we can get a settlement, the sooner the attorney's fees stop. The other thing is that whenever you reach a settlement agreement with the other side, then we're not putting this case in the hands of a judge or in the hands of an attorney ad litem. And as we'll discuss down the road, if we can't reach a settlement, if we do have to go and have the hearing in front of the judge, then what courts are doing now, they're putting a lot more control on how you're going to raise your kids. And they're really big now on putting the kids in therapy. They're big on putting the co-parents in some sort of counseling. And it's real easy to accuse anybody of having anger issues these days. And they're very quick to have people do some sort of anger management counseling. So when you see us saying, okay, maybe you should consider giving in on this one item so we can get a settlement, it's to avoid the expense and that risk of a ruling where the court is telling you how to raise your kids. Now, all that's going to depend on how reasonable the other side's going to be, how reasonable their lawyer is. Some lawyers around here are known for just generating a bunch of time and expenses and doing things that aren't needed, and sometimes your soon-to-be ex can just be really, really difficult to deal with. So we can't always predict exactly how they're going to behave, but we're going to go with the approach of we're going to try to get it settled. Now, while we're doing that, we're also going to be getting you ready and prepare as if we're going to have to go and litigate that hearing. Because what we don't want to do is act like it's going to settle, and then 2 weeks before the final hearing, we're running around, trying to get all of our evidence and documents. So while us as the lawyers, we're trying to get your case settled, we're also going to be spending time with you, showing what we need if we're going to have to go to a hearing, and you're going to start making those steps and having it all ready. Hopefully we never have to use it, but it's going to be much more efficient, and we're going to put on a much better case if we do it throughout the process. And we're going to have videos like this to explain all the major steps, so you'll be able to watch videos, come back and review them. But it makes, when you do have your meetings with us and your phone calls with us, you already have some of the information from the video, and then we can get down to certain questions that you have. And as you go through the videos, we structure them around, we've done hundreds if not thousands of divorce and custody cases. So we know what clients most often ask. We know what's most often important in a case. That's what we're making the videos about, but you can certainly ask us additional questions that aren't covered in the videos. But that's just a summary of our approach. We're going to try to get this to a settlement because it's going to be cheaper for you, and it's going to ultimately let you have more control over how you raise your kids. But while we're doing that, we're going to be getting you ready for the final hearing and preparing as if we're going to have to do it. And so if that comes down to where we do have to have a litigated hearing, we're going to be better prepared and better ready for it than the other side. Thanks.